So we continue trampsing around France in search of chateaus, or castles as they're better known to us. And looks like we've actually found one. As we can see, we've got a serious keep there and serious walls. This one does look like a castle as opposed to a big mansion. So I'm just going to go and find out what the history is behind this particular amazing looking building. As I gaze up at this castle keep, I can't help wishing that a Monty Python character would come out and tell me to boil my bottom, you English bedwetting type. There's no shortage of walls here, and this one here would have taken a lot of patience and skill to place all the right stones all in the right place, in the right order, and have them stand there for don't know how many years. But hopefully we can find some information to find out how many years. But yeah, quite a bit of work involved. And this castle is the Castle of Gavaudun, or Le Château De Gavaudun. It's pretty incredible. They've used the natural rock and then just built a castle on top of it. And like all other castles or chateaus that we've encountered so far, it's closed. And I don't know when the tourist season is. It must be summer because, around this time of year, you'd think things would be open to tourists. And there are a couple of cars in the car park. That's obviously people wanting to go and see, but you just can't see these things. And that's the locked door, the only door into the castle. And it's actually probably, instead of having a moat, what they have, it's like a cave in there, and that's the only way in to get up there. So with that door locked, you're secure. No need for a huge big drawbridge. Gavaudun may not have needed a moat because of the difficult entrance into it, but that doesn't mean you can't have one, and they did have one. There's a little bit of a stream there, but that's the moat. So whether it intends to be a moat or not, I don't know, or whether it's more of a natural system, but we've got lots of stone walls there. So yes, a very, very impressive castle keep. I particularly love the way it's just built on top of a rock. Lena's walking around the outside of it trying to find a way in, but as I did explain to her, that when the builders built it 1,000 years ago, they probably thought, hey, let's make it so people can't get in. But anyway, what's 1,000 years of trying going to do when Elena could probably find a way in her mind anyway. So she's walking up into the forest now for no apparent reason. But I, on the other hand, are going to get ready to go to see another chateau in France. Okay, so chateau number 2, you reliably tell me, and I'm sure it's a lot more than 2, but 2 for the day. And what's this one called, darling?
Château de Fumel, or Fumel.
Château de Fumel. All right, well, what's this Chateau du Place mean?
Château means castle.
I know, what's with du Place?
I don't know.
You don't know. We don't know. We don't know what we're doing. We're trying to find a place that's open. We found a place that doesn't look like a castle to me, but let's have a look. Yeah, well, this one definitely is Château De Fumel. And look at that. It's a door. And it's open. Will we venture in? Let's go. Oh, we got a very Christmas look with all the Christmas trees. They're not real big into fake trees here. I discovered in France they like to actually get real trees, which is good. Wow, so we're here in the garden of the Château de Fumel. And it's quite spectacular. And this is a good place to build a chateau. It's quite a good view, beautiful river, countryside, the valley. You can see for miles. What a lovely place. And then we've got a staircase here to more garden. And judging from that sign over there, looks like that's where you go to get married. So this is not the same sort of chateau as the last chateau, the other chateau, which was a genuine castle. This to me is like a big mansion. And I suppose if you wanted to get married, this mightn't be too bad a spot. Santa's still hanging around in the Château de Fumel. I think I might have anticipated it being open a little bit too early. I think everything is closed. It's just that you've got access to go around and look at the yard. Judging from some of the signs, I think the building is used for commercial purposes. Different, departments or, maybe not businesses, but some government departments seem to be housed in here. But December is not a month when anybody seems to work at all in France. In fact, from what we've seen of France, working a whole day seems to be quite rare at any stage, and December is particularly not conducive to work for the French people. Vive la France. You know, that's one thing I'll say about the French. They really do have nice knockers. And Fumel itself is yet another beautiful little French destination. This one is a little bit larger than a village. I don't think we describe it as a city, but I don't know, a decent sized town. And if you're going to be in Fumel, one place you can be sure or confident it will be open is the local ancient church. And that was Saint Gerard Chapel, Church, Cathedral in Fumel. Another beautiful place in France. Elena's photo finger is almost worn out. Now seriously, what is the deal with these trees? They look like they've been picked up, pulled out of the ground, turned upside down and stuck back in. And here we are, the place that we've just driven through the countryside to get to. And what is it?
The place is called Castle. I know, Castle de Monaguil.
Monaguil.
Monaguil. Monaguil.
Monaguil. All right, I don't know. We're not real sure.
No, not wrong. Bonaguil.
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 Okay, we're going to go with Bonaguil. Looks like if it were open, we'd be able to buy wine from the cellar. But what we're really interested in is a huge big building up on the hill. And that one is a castle. And we have ourselves a moat. Could use a few crocodiles. But otherwise, seems functional. And this place here at the base of the chateau, set up into little businesses by the looks of it. Little village, very bold looking stone path. Must be a place that tourists come to. But as always, doesn't seem to be open. And boy, it's going to be a trip up there if we can get there. Yeah, this is fascinating. It's all set up as a little village. We can go across here and fair bit of a view back down and a windy cobblestone trek up to the chateau. Fingers crossed we can get up to the chateau. There's our little trek up the stone path. Continues. See the occasional little cottage with private property written on it. I think people live here. It's like a village. And then we got the smallest door in Bonaguil. And yes, it's small. But yeah, these are all little cottages that people live in. I just had to find a little hidey hole to get off the track here while two cars drove down. Now we're getting somewhere up the path. This is the biggest trek I've had to do to see a monument type building since Greece. I think that's a chapel building, a little cross on top. This is the main part, pretty much intact. The castle. Saw a sign that was started being built in 1271. And it's obviously been, over centuries, bits added and repaired and replaced. But 1271 is when they decided it was a good idea to build a castle here. And if being up on top of a hill is enough security for you, you can always have a moat, albeit dry at the moment. And yes, so that little chapel is indeed a church, complete with a graveyard. There's a few family plots in there, like all French cemeteries, very well maintained and looked after. This one's got a view. And unfortunately that looks like it's as close as we're going to get to the castle, because although it was open today, it's not open now. That's the ticket booth. It's all closed up. Just heard a loud announcement, all in France, telling me that I can only assume is that we're closed for the day now. Please leave. But we've seen the outside of another castle. If only we would come here first. But it's just our luck of the draw.
And that is Château Bonaguil.
I think that's our last closed chateau that we'll be looking at today. We might look at moving on to other adventures.
Help us grow, like, share, and subscribe.
Perhaps it's my background, but when a place is closed, I tend not to go in. But Helena doesn't find herself so restrained. She just walked in the outdoor and has just gone into the castle. So I guess I'll just wait for the police to arrive. And yeah, there's a man chasing her now. So she'll be back shortly. But anyway, the adventures with Lena.
Now, if we would have arrived early enough and we bought a ticket and we went inside, this is the sort of thing we may have seen.
I'm here first. Much as I love the castle, probably not prepared to stay overnight here. I did. You should have came to this place first.
So, does the term break and enter mean anything to you?
I wasn't breaking. I actually entered the castle.
How much was the ticket?
10 minutes. Oh, do you have to pay for the tickets? How much?
I don't know. I'm just interested, seeing that you've been in there and on a tour and had a good old look around. I figured you must have known how the price of a ticket.
I don't know.
No. Ay.
Well, I've got some footage for you, darling.
I guess we just I guess it's misunderstanding because we don't speak French. It was just a
Yes,
misunderstanding.
yes, that's right.
That's
Okay. There is a cemetery over there. Do you want to have a look?
Boy, can we?
Oh, the hills are not too bad.